Wow, I was really excited to get the opportunity to work with Bjorn. I'd seen some of his previous films and was just a huge fan. I think he's great with character stories and really is just wonderful at creating very rich and very deep, thorough characters. And after reading the script, I felt like this was something that was right in his wheelhouse and something he'd be able to tackle beautifully.
Christian Slater was really wild to work with because he's got a sort of energy that he must start. He starts in one way like a tree that the wind is blowing through. You know, it can be very, very much energy that goes to one way to another way, but it can also be very specific. So from that wild energy, I can ask him to, when you come into that line, I want you to be very, very specific. And it's no problem for him.
I mean, I've been in this business now for 40 years, believe it or not. And the more I do it, continue to do it, the more I realize that it is about an actress's ability to play and to move around within a scene and to, especially in film, to be able to try all kinds of different things and give the editor as much material, you know, for the editing room. And everybody is like that, but Christian and I had these 3 scenes where we basically he's interviewing me in a pub, and we had a lot of fun. It was I've never met him, and it just was, you know, it was great. It was great play. We were able to try a lot of different things, and he brings a totally different energy to this. So that's kind of great.
The majority of the things that I have to do in this film are with Glenn Close. She and I have a very we play sort of an interesting chess game, metaphorically, the two of us, and you know, she's definitely it's a very cat and mouse type of situation between the two of us, and I'm trying to get her to tell me the truth, and she keeps me at bay. So it's definitely a very nice push and pull sort of relationship. And she's definitely an actress that I have admired my entire career, somebody I've grown up and watched and I've never had the opportunity to work with before. And when this opportunity came around, I was more than ecstatic to get that chance. I have read some of Joe's earlier work. A couple of short stories I came across, some obscure literary journals, and I hate to say it, Joan, but not very good.
Well, early work is rarely readable. I mean, you should know that.
Yeah, but these didn't even have a hint of his mature voice. In fact, your piece, The Faculty Wife, that reads much more like early Castleman than these did. It's a very unusual story and a very unique story, and I think the performances of Glenn Close and Jonathan Pryce, their relationship, their chemistry is very powerful, and that whole relationship, and I think it's one that people will certainly be able to identify with and relate to.
ノーベル賞を受賞した天才作家と彼を支え続けた妻。
Tell me this isn't some great big fat joke.
It's all real, darling.
しかし夫婦には40年間隠し続けた秘密があった。
That reads much more like early Castleman than these did. I do think you want to talk to somebody.
I love to write. It's my life.
Don't ever think that you can get their attention.
I think you are sick and tired of being invisible.
Oh, my wife doesn't write, thank God.
I can't do it anymore, Joe. I can't take the humiliation.
栄光の舞台裏で夫婦が選ぶのは愛か真実か。
And I'm going to tell you.
天才作家の妻40年目の真実。